So one of the most important website pages is your contact page. You might think, I have an email at the bottom, or they can just book a call with me. I don't need to have a full contact page. But you actually really do, for the most part, because most people who are coming to your website, they still need to have that trust, and they want to make sure if they're going to be investing money with you, that you are a legitimate business. So having a contact page and knowing that they can reach out to you if they have any problems, they see your phone number, they see email, they know that they're going to be supported. That's really, really important. And I would highly suggest that you add a contact page to your website in some form, which we're going to talk about what you should have on it and what that will be for your business and what will work for you. But just know that it's definitely there for support. And as a coach, you're going to be supporting them. They want to know if they're having an issue, they can call you. And especially for new people, or not newer people, but if you're a business and you're trying to get started and you're trying to get more visibility, let's say you want to have podcasts reach out to you, or you want to have media, more like that too, having a contact page where they can find all your information is definitely really important, as well as people who, as you get more established in your business, having a contact form where they can just pop that in instead of calling you directly. You just have your assistant handle the contact forms that come in. You can have it on there what this is for, like this is a media request, or this is a contact question about working with you. All that is organized and streamlined, so you know that when someone's contacting you, you know what they're talking about, and you don't have to waste your time or their time calling or trying to figure out a time to schedule for general questions, and not like a sales call or discovery call. So that's more the overview about a contact page. So let's go into what you want to have on your contact page. So definitely at the top, you want it to say contact in the menu, contact or connect, something like that. Making it a, like got a question, or any other wordy thing where it's not exactly clear. People just want to see contact and like, okay, I know it's a contact page. Make it super simple for them to figure that out. So that's like the menu at the top. And once you have your page, the nice thing is the contact page isn't super complicated. So it's really important to do, and it can be easy. So once you have your page, whether you're on Wix or WordPress, however you're building it, one of the things I would recommend is always having a contact form. I see this a lot where people just have an email link, but the problem is an email link, you have to then open up your email. You have to, or unless that link doesn't work, you have to open up your email, have to send them an email. A lot of times people don't want to do that because they don't want to click a link, or the link could even be broken, which I've seen too. So you want to make sure that's working. But to have a contact form right there, the person is not going off into another thing. They could open their email and then they see it, oh, I had an email from someone else, and distracts them, and they don't even go through with it. So having a contact form on the page is really important for them to just have it there and be really fast to fill it out, and boom, they click the button, they're communicating with you, done. So that's what I would say. You always want to have a contact form, because people just, we're lazy. We just want the easiest thing to do. So always have a form. You might be thinking, yeah, I did that before, but then I got a lot of spam. So that is a problem with a lot of times people will have. You can try to use it's something called reCAPTCHA. So you've probably seen it. It's like, I'm not the robot test. So I know the Elementor, which is what I use with WordPress, there's an integration. I do it with my clients. I just pop in some, if you sign up for reCAPTCHA, it's free with Google. You just pop in those two things onto Elementor, and then you can have the reCAPTCHA on there where I'm not a robot, or this page is protected by Google. So that will help probably 80% of the spam. There could be some that get in just because there's more sophisticated spam bots, but when I put that in, it usually stops a lot of spam. So I don't have that much spam anymore after, putting that in. So definitely use like a reCAPTCHA. There are other plugins, especially for WordPress, that might do a better job. So if you're still getting spam, it might be even more of a second layer of defense. So you could look at that, but always still try to use a form. And then I would say, make sure every probably 3 months you just test your form, because sometimes if you're not testing it, you might not realize there was a problem. Sometimes things can break, or emails could go to a different place and you're not actually receiving the email. So go through, test it out with a different email that you're normally using, make sure it gets sent to you and you can reply back. And I would say every 3 months at least test it. And so make sure that works. Then deciding which contact fields you want to put on your website is really important too. So if you are a physical location, you have clients in person, You could put a map on there, like a Google map will be fine. People can see it. If not, at least have your address and what hours you are open for clients, as well as pretty much the more contact information you give, the better, more trustworthy you seem, and easier for someone to get into contact with you. So at the bare minimum, I would say your email, whether it's a support email for your company or your direct email, have an email on there. You could do a phone if you want to take phone calls from people. If you don't, and you're not a physical location, it's probably fine. But phones help too if someone wants to call you. And it depends on who your target audience is. Are they ones who like to call you, or are they ones who want to email you? You want to be able to cater to both types of people. If you are a person who does hourly work, so for some reason you might want to put your hours on there. You don't have to, but especially if someone's sending a form, you might want to tell them, expect a response within 24 hours. And then a Skype. A lot of times for coaches, you do Skype with people, and you could definitely put it on your Skype on there. So if someone is freaking out, they're trying to get onto a call with you and they forgot what your Skype was, if they go to your contact page and they see it, they can log on. So that could work. So basically, you have your contact page, you have your form, make sure you have your email. If you want to use your phone, you maybe need an address, maybe not, location, with a map you could, and then Skype. Those would be the main ones you would want to put on. Now, some bonuses that you could do. So on my site, I do this too, which is great because basically if someone's coming to you for coaching, you might want to have actually the button that says, apply for a discovery call here, or, book your consult call here. You could have that too. So I would put that above it just because if people are coming there, have them see that first. If that's not what they're looking for, they'll scroll down the page and find the contact form. So again, just to say, hey, were you interested in applying? Book a time here. You could put your booking calendar. So like if you have Calendly or Qt, you could embed that exact scheduler. So with the dates and everything, you could pop that right on the page. I've seen that work too. So you could do that. As well as you might want to decide to put testimonials. If someone's coming to book a call with you, having like 1 or 2 testimonials below that form, just another way of proof, social proof, and have somebody like, okay, I feel reassured. This was also the results that I wanted, and that would give them another reason to sign up for it. As well as other things you could add would be a link to your Facebook group or something else that you want them to go to after they submit their contact form. So you could have links to a Facebook group, a podcast, your social links. So all those would be added as well somewhere down there. You just don't want it to be like the main thing. So that will just be a bonus. So either on like a sidebar or at the bottom, you could have links to Facebook groups, any external things that you want them to go to, but just have that at the bottom. So you have your social, you have Facebook, you have testimonials if you want it, and then you have your link for booking a call with you, taking the next step with you. That'll make a great contact page, and that way when someone comes to it, they can actually have the next step in starting to work with you, which is what you want. So let me know if you have any questions, or else get started in building your contact page, make sure it's perfect for clients.